DNF, James Arthur. Sorry, let's see what this one is. Let's see what they're doing with this one. I'm not sure I'm familiar with who James Arthur is.
I crossed the line in broken oath. Swore I would never let you go. Blamed you for things that weren't your fault. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I wish that I'd have held you close and given you what you deserve.
See, now these songs are throwing me up because I feel like you could like almost kind of connect some of these. This one, especially in the beginning so far, we'll see where it goes. But it sounds like you can connect it to like a relationship gone bad. But again, I'm not in his life and I know he's very private. So even if I don't know that we would even know, right? Or again, this song may change and go a different direction. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But initially, just like the other song, I'm like, I feel like this is some shit that you could be writing to your significant other.
But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned.
Facts. That's the realest shit ever.
I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up.
See, like that line right there could allude to the friend, again, from the last song, that it seems like he had lost. But in the very beginning of it, though, he's like, I should have held you close. I'm assuming he's not doing that with his friend. Nothing wrong if people hold their friends close. But I'm guessing that that's not what this is relating to.
Just say you wish you would have stayed and never said goodbye to us.
Yeah. Definitely a relationship thing, right?
I'm not looking for a fight, baby. I just want to talk to you and say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been the truth. I'm wrong to trust.
Okay, James.
Treated you like you weren't enough. I said I'd be there, but never was. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got a dope voice. That's why when he first came on, I was taken aback for a second. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's very unique.
Oh, I wish that I held you close and given you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned.
That is so true, though. I feel like this album is a whole bunch of shit that we've talked about on streams over the last like month. Like it's so spot on, it's crazy. But the whole, that's what people say when the bridge, it's already burned, the bridge is burned, it's too late. But that's when people are like, yo, I'll treat you like you deserve. I'll show you all these, and it's like, I've said this before, when people have, I look at it like a light switch. When they switch the light off in that relationship, it's over. Especially when it comes to women. Guys, I feel like we can be wishy-washy at times, but usually we'll probably move on. But women, for sure, once they've emotionally reached that point where they've decided that they're going to switch it off, it's off. Like, that's it. It's over. It does not matter how much you tell them that you're going to do all these things that you should have been doing in the first place, because they have already mentally disconnected whatever that is in their brain that had that connection with you. Like, it's I don't know how to explain it from that side, but it's just something changes, like, permanently. And even if they come back, it's never the same at this point, because they reached that breaking point and that flips, that switch flipped. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm worried that it's about the relationship with his wife, because that's what it sounds like. I mean, who else would you say, like, saying goodbye to us? I should have held you close. Like, a lot of the things that they're alluding to are not things that would be really talked about with family members or friends. I don't know if he has any kids, but it's like, he's obviously not saying goodbye to his kids. So it feels like that's what it's about, but he's also very private. So I don't know that we would ever know 100%. I'm hoping that everything is good, though. But now I'm starting to look back at other lyrics from the other songs that I also felt like sounded like it could potentially allude to a relationship. And I'm starting to think that might be actually accurate.
I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up. You say you wish you would have stayed and never said goodbye to love. sorry.
Yeah, it makes me want to go back a little because like the last song, I do feel like because he did say something about a friend passing, and then he did mention his grandma in an earlier song. But then I'm like, but your wife, your significant other could be your best friend, right? Like in all reality, that should be your best friend. Like you still have other friends, but like that's your person. And so now I'm like, is a lot of this alluding to that? Did something happen? And that's what pushed him to make this. Is that why it's not a full album? Why it's only an EP? He just he had to get some emotions out. Is that why it starts off with the mansion where he's in it and he's like, it's kind of decrepit, it's kind of beaten down, almost like he hasn't been in there for a while. Like shit has been okay, but then he's talking about how he's lost the key. And then the black clothing version of him comes in and takes it from him. It's like kind of alluding, you know what I'm saying? Like I lost my way. I lost the light and something went badly and now this is the situation. Like that's the vibe that it gives me now. I almost want to pull back to that one part. There's one part in this one, I think it is. No, that's the one where he's outside. I want to go back to the very first part where he's strung up by this part right here. I just want to hear this part really quick. I heard someone say that his grandma passed right when he was getting better. Okay. That could be. I still don't know about that because that last song, it just doesn't feel like a grandma song. You know what I'm saying? Because like saying like, why I'm sad that you said goodbye to us just doesn't seem like something you'd say with about a grandma. But these other things that I'm thinking could be about could mainly be about his grandma. That is possible.
Breakthrough gas now.
But right here, I just want to hear this.
Song and dance, you've seen it before. Darkness holds out its hand, then we walk to the floor. Every decision made isn't mine anymore. Like a puppet with strings, I just don't have a choice. What's the truth? What's a lie? Help me, God, help me, Lord. Face your fears, dry your eyes. Grandma died. What's the point? Lost the keys, lost my hope, lost my will, lost my joy, lost a friend, lost my hope, lost my faith, lost my voice.
See, when he puts it that way, it does sound like the grandma could be the friend. Like it feels like a lot of that was anchored on the grandma part, in my opinion. That's what I initially thought. But then it's like this song right here just throws all that off to me.
Okay, no.
I just want to hear the beginning again. There's something here.
Swore I would never let you go. Blamed you for things that weren't your fault. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This has to be a relationship.
Oh, I wish that I'd have held you close and given you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned. That's burned. I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I guess like, even though the first song may not have been anything about his relationship, this one I definitely think is. But it also made me want to go back to that first one because that part where he's getting grabbed by the ropes and stuff, and he's talking about that dark place and how once it gets attachment to him, it drags him to the floor and basically saying every choice, I don't feel like it's my own. Like you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that he's making an excuse, but it's probably trying to, also felt like it's trying to explain, like, because he also said, we've been here before. He said something about, he alluded to it being like a common thing, like something what we've seen before. We've been in this situation before. And so I feel like that could also allude to this, where like you said, he said she stayed in the past when he wasn't even worthy of her. Maybe it's because when he goes to this bad place, it's very tough on her mentally, emotionally, just dealing with him. It doesn't mean that he's a bad person, but it's just when someone's dealing with a lot of mental health shit, like it's not easy. Like you have to be very equipped to handle that. And a lot of people are not equipped for it. I feel like even when you go to the hospitals and there's people that are there, that's what their job is. Even then, sometimes I feel like they're not always fully equipped for it. So it's a lot to have that somebody would have to deal with. And so you never know, like maybe they got to a point where maybe a little break happened or something like that. Hopefully nothing more than that, but it sounds like something at some point obviously went there. And maybe that had to do with the fact that his grandma passed and she was there for him. But then it got to the point where like, it's tough, right? Like when something like that happens, you're like, oh, you should always support that person above all. But sometimes that person, if they go into a very dark place, it's very hard to do that at the same time, even though you feel like I should be there for them and I'm trying and I want to be. sometimes people also push people away. Like maybe him going through that with his grandmother, maybe he pushed her away because he was in a very dark space spiraling out, didn't and in his mind maybe thought of it more as like a protective thing. Like just get away from me, stay away from me. Like you don't I don't want you to have to deal with this type of shit. And so that could be where he's talking about I should have held you closer because maybe she wanted to support him. But maybe he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously we're all just speculating on this shit, but I'm just trying to think the through based on what we've heard. You know what I'm saying? And people can definitely want to be alone when they spiral and they're in a dark place and everything like that. And they don't mean harm to the person that they love, but it's just like he said, I don't feel like the choices are mine. Like I don't know what else to do, and so I approach it in a way where, you know, I feel like I'm not in control of what's happening or my decisions. And it's not like, oh, I beat somebody up, I wasn't in control. It's more so like I just emotionally and mentally I don't know what to do. And so I'm gonna just go in my corner and be by myself. But sometimes that's tough to be people to deal with. So I don't know. I'm just speculating. Hopefully everything is good at home, and this is just something completely unrelated to that he can, you know. But we'll find out, I guess, one day. I'm sure it'll you know, the internet has a way of finding out everything. I don't know how, but they do. So I'm curious to see what people say under this video.